What is up, my fellow gamers? In today's video, we are going over the subclasses for the Tinker in GrimGuard Tactics. Like and sub for more amazing game content. We also got a couple new coupon codes because I'm a little bit late on some of these. They were just released a couple days ago, and we also have one brand new one today. I've been sick and playing some other games. Let's go ahead and enter these new codes. So this one I missed. This one is going to be Boo 10. That wasn't very exciting. All we got was a bandage. Next one is going to be Spooky 20. Hopefully this one's better. Okay. Crimson Mark. And then the new one that was just released this morning is going to be Ghost 15. Let's see. And we get 10 insight. Wow. Wow, those codes were really like, wow, those were kind of stingy, man. Didn't really give us very much stuff to go with. Okay. All right, here we go. Our hero, the Tinker. We're going to go over the builds, all three builds, because based on what your playstyle is, each one is kind of different. We're also going to go over which ones I suggest you kind of pick first when you are reaching the different mastery levels. So we got Artificer, the Zapper, and the War Engine. The Artificer is mostly going to be about going ahead and being a real supporting type of character. You're going to be summoning these healing bots, but you can also summon a buff bot as well, which is going to inspire your allies. Inspire is going to increase a bunch of their stats by 25%. The other thing that the Artificer does have that's quite interesting is it really focuses on critical bonus damage. There is a lot of different talents that are going to increase your crit bonus damage in this build. So you're not only just kind of summoning a healing bot, but you're also going to be buffing up your crit damage so that you can just bam, hit really hard with one attack. The Zapper is going to be for someone who wants to do lots of AoE damage with those bots. You're going to be summoning bots and they're going to just blow up and deal tons of AoE damage to all the enemies around them. The cool thing about this is the Zapper has a lot of synergy with some of the talents that go with it. The other thing is the Zapper, basically you become a super duper tank. A lot of your talents for this build is going to focus on increasing your guard. Guard is basically your defense. The higher your guard, the less damage you are going to take. And there's a lot of talents that are going to increase your guard. The other one we have is going to be the War Engine. This is going to focus on dealing damage over time, DOT, and mostly with the burn effect and affliction. Affliction is basically damage over time. So affliction damage would be kind of like your burn damage. There's also affliction, if I can find it, there's like affliction time, affliction duration. So it basically means that like the burn effect will last longer. So it'll last another turn or something. So there's a bunch of talents in here, like this one, increase the affliction duration. So that means like the burn effect will last longer. All right, so let's go over the Artificer first for building this character out. You have your two main ones that you're obviously going to take. You have to have these two before you can go ahead and advance to the mastery level. So if you do have a Tinker that doesn't have a complete build, you need to go ahead, click the little change icon, respec, reswap, whatever you want to call it, and you need to change over to both of those talents. We go down to our mastery level 1. You have to unlock this. You don't really have any other choice. From there, mastery level 2 is going to have increase attack by 100 or increase critical bonus damage by 4%. Now, I think the critical bonus damage build is by far the best. It really makes it so that your character hits really hard. You're going to summon that bot, and then you're just going to go out there and you're going to play kind of like a huge heavy assassin where you're going to be trying to just deal tons and tons of crit damage. But also, you know, you want to be careful as well because you're not very defensive. The Artificer isn't really a very defensive build. It's more about healing your team, and then you're able to put out a bunch of damage with that crit bonus damage if you trigger a crit hit. Now, the one thing that I haven't figured out is if you are able to do a crit hit on a heal. So that's one thing that I'm trying to still figure out. I don't think it's possible in this game, but there are some gacha games where if you do a crit, you can do a crit hit for heal, and then basically your crit bonus damage would mean that the heal is going to be amplified that much more. I don't think it works in this game. I've been trying it out and I haven't had any crit hits for a heal. For mastery level 3, we've got inflict intimidate, and then we also have at the start increase allies guards. This is going to depend on if you want to be more of a supporting role or if you want to be someone who is going to be a little bit more offensive. So this is a defensive take, this is a more offensive take. This is going to help for our teammates when they go ahead and activate one of their abilities on the enemy. It's not going to reduce the ability damage by that much. For mastery level 4, we've got increase to our heal bot up to 35% now, and then we have the crit bonus damage. This one I would kind of go with both of these. Either one, they're both going to be viable. If you want to go for more healing, that one. Otherwise, if you want to go for that crit bonus damage build, take this one. For mastery level 5, we got a bunch of different options, and that's the thing is, like, once you choose one of these options, it's not like locked in that you can't choose the other. Like, you can take both of these skills. So like for this mastery level 2, like you can take both of them. You could take increase attack by 100, you could take increase guard, like you can take both. It's just kind of better to go down the mastery level as much as you can, because the next talent that you unlock for the next mastery level is typically gonna be stronger than the previous one. But for 4, I would take both of these. They're both needed. For mastery level 5, we got increased guard penetration, which is going to let us do more damage against someone. Basically, it counters their guard. And then we have increase our guard. And then we have at the start of the battle, we increase all our allies' guard by 12%. For this instance, I would go with guard, increase our guard penetration, because we're going for that like crit bonus damage build. Otherwise, if you're going for that build where you're focusing kind of more on like being more defensive, like this instance, increasing our allies guard, then you would want to pair that up with this one, increase allies guard by 12%. So it's going to scale up even more, so we could take 2 of those. It's pretty simple when it comes to building out your characters. Just stick with whatever you're focusing on. If you're going to be taking critical bonus damage, continue to take that stat. If you're going to be increasing your allies guard at the start of battle, continue to take that as you go down the list. From there, we have our next one, on parried, apply focus to self for 4 turns. Now, this is the only option we have at mastery level 6, and this is actually across all the builds. No matter which one you choose, they all have that same effect. And this is important because the focus means it's going to increase our crit chance by 20. And because we're going with such a heavy crit damage bonus, right? We're getting crit bonus damage by all of these other talents. Then we're getting that apply focus, so we're going to increase our crit chance. We have a very high chance to deal a crit hit, and then because our crit bonus damage is so high, we're going to do a ton of damage because of that. From there, we've got increase our life steal and then increase bonus damage. I would take both because we want to hit really hard with that crit damage bonus, and then if we have life steal as well, we're basically going to be healing a percentage based on all that damage that we deal, which can be really, really devastating. Mastery level 8, we got increase our attack. We've got inflict intimidate and sundered. Other one is going to be at the start of the battle, increase allies guard. Again, depends on which build you're going. If you're going with that bonus damage for crit, we're going to take this one, vulnerable intimidate, because it's going to reduce their guard for both their basic attack and their ability guard. So both of their defense is going to be reduced, which is really, really important. So we would go with that one. If you're going with the allies guard, take that one instead. Mastery level 9, going to increase our heal bots to 40%. Or we have this one. Now this is where we can summon a buff bot, and we're going to get a 35% heal, but now our bots are also going to apply Inspire on all nearby allies. So they're going to heal them, and then they're going to buff them, which means the Inspire is a 25% increase to their stats, like their attack and a bunch of other different things. Then for 10, we have increased guard pen, or we have increased guard. We're going for more of an offensive state, so we're going to take that increased guard pen so we can deal more damage. Mastery level 11, we've got on summon death, decrease ability cooldown, or we've got on the start of battle, increase our abilities guard. Again, If you're going with the guard, take the guard. For us, we're going to take the decrease ability cooldown by 2. Mastery level 2, we got to increase our attack. We have increased crit bonus damage. We'll take that one. You can also take the attacks too. The attacks are going to help as well, but we're going to take this crit damage bonus for sure. For 13, we have increased our heal by 45. We've got 4 turns for this one, and then finally just increasing our buff bot. So for this instance, we'll go with this for an extended duration. Mastery level 14, we have no choice but to take our crit bonus damage, so we'll take that. 15, we got the guard pen again. We also have life steal, and finally this. I would take both of these. I would take the life steal and also the guard pen. And then mastery level 16, we have 60%, so increasing our heal bot very, very much. Or we have increasing our buff bot so that it is a 45% now. So for this instance, I would just go with the huge 60% heal bot. That's what I would go with for the Artificer. All right, heading on over to the Sapper build now. This is the one that I am using, and this is the one that I prefer. We're going to deal 63% of ability damage. Mastery level 2, we have increased attack, or we have increase our guard. Now, if we want, we can go ahead and make our character super duper tanky, and I think that is what I kind of recommend. So I went ahead and I took this attack one, but I think I'm going to actually switch this more over to the guard, and I'm going to make like a super tanky build. So we would go with increased guard by 4%. And then we have inflict intimidate, which means it's going to reduce their ability guard. And then the other one we have is on summon death, we're going to increase the heal amount. So I would go with this one for 12%. We're going to increase that heal amount. For 4, we have the bomb bot deals more damage, or we have increase our guard. Both of them are needed. We want to increase our guard as much as possible, and we want the bomb bots to do more damage. For 5, we have increase our guard pen, increase our guard, or on summon, heal the summoner for a bunch more. For this one, we're going with the guard, heal us more when they die, because naturally they're going to die. Their purpose is to blow up and deal damage, so that way we get like double the value. We're getting attack damage on the enemy, AoE damage, and we're healing ourselves. So I would take both of those. Mastery level 6, we have the focus one. This one's an odd one. This doesn't help us out really at all. Increase our critical chance. Like critical chance has nothing to do with this build. So mastery level 6, this is an odd one. Fortunately, you have to take this one in order to get to the next level, mastery 7. So we have no choice. We have to take the focus one. This one really doesn't help us out, unfortunately, with our build. Mastery level 7, we have increase our life steal and increase our guard. We're going to go with increase our guard by 9%. We're going for a super defense. It's going to be really hard for enemies to deal damage to us, and then we're going to be constantly healing too whenever we do. We've got increase our attack. We have inflict, intimidate, and stun. So this is the one that the other classes don't have, and this one is amazing. Inflict intimidated and stun on the closest opponent for 3 turns. Using this talent will end the character's turn. So pretty much we're able to just end our turn and immediately put a stun effect on someone. This is an amazing ability. This is why I prefer this build. It's just so amazing. We also have on summon death heal us for 16%. So I would take this one first, and then this one is also going to be needed. Mastery level 9, we have increase our bots blow up damage to 87%, and then now we have the ability to do a dummy bot, which means it's going to apply provoked to nearby opponents. This dummy bot goes ahead and taunts them. So provoked means taunt, so it's going to force the enemies to attack this dummy bot, and then when the dummy bot dies, it explodes and deals damage. So pretty much it makes the opponents come to the dummy bot, attack it, and then they take damage from it. Both of these, either one, both viable options. I do like the taunt ability. I would go maybe with the dummy bot. It's kind of hard to say. In certain situations, they're going to be good, but I do really like the dummy bot idea. Next one we got is guard pen increase, and finally increase our guard. We're going to increase our guard. For mastery 11, we have on summon death decrease ability cooldown by 2. This is an amazing one for us because obviously the bots are going to die. They're either going to go and blow up and destroy the enemy, or they're going to get destroyed by the enemy if we go ahead and like have them taunted, provoked or something. So because this is also going to allow us to use that other ability that goes ahead and puts the stun effect on enemies. So this one, amazing, highly recommend take that one. The other one we have is on the summon death. It's going to heal us for a percentage. This one is good too. One that you can also take. We've got increase our attack. We've got increase our guard. We're going to increase our guard by 12%. We have increase the amount of damage the bomb bot does. We've got inflict intimidated and stun on closest opponent for 4 turns. So this, you know, amazing, super duper amazing. The stun is only going to last for 1 turn, so that 4 turns is for the intimidated, just to keep that in mind. The other one we have is increasing our provoked damage from the bot, so it explodes and deals 87%, so it's more. I would go with this one, and then depending on if you're going with you know, whichever bot build you're going with, you would just go with the dummy bot if you want to go the dummy bot route. For mastery level 14, increase our guard. We have no other choice, so again, that's going to help out with our guard build. Mastery level 15, increase our life steal by 5. We have summon death, and then we have increase our guard pen. This one's a little bit of a weird one because none of these really help us out too much. On summon death, this would be the best one, and then the life steal 5% is okay, but I would definitely choose this one first. And then mastery level 16, we've got just depends on whichever bot build you went. If you went with the dummy build, go with the dummy. If you went with just the regular build that's going to deal more damage, go with the bomb bot build and just choose that one. Finally, we have the war engine. This is going to be the one that focuses on doing the burn damage, so the damage over time build. So first one we have is summon a battle bot. We're going to go ahead, deal a bunch of damage to that enemy. From mastery level 2, we have increase our attack or increase our affliction. Now for this instance, we're going to go with the affliction, so we're going to really focus on burn damage and making the burn effect last as long as possible. So we're going to go with the burn affliction, the affliction damage increase by 25. For there, we're going to go, from there we have inflict intimidate, or we have all the Tinker's attacks now have a chance to inflict, and then we can go ahead and just do more affliction damage. So for this instance, we're going to go with the higher infliction damage, 125%. For mastery 4, we have summon BattleBot, deals more damage, or we have increased the affliction duration. So we're going to increase the affliction duration by 1. You can also go with this one too, so like both of these are good options, but I would choose the affliction duration first. Mastery level 5, we got 3 different options: increase our guard pen, increase our guard, or increase the affliction damage. We're going to increase the affliction damage, so we're going to take Red Hot 3. These other two really don't have any synergy with our build, so really don't choose any of these other two, just this one. Mastery 6, we got no choice to take the focus. 7, we have life steal or affliction damage. We're going to take affliction damage. Mastery 8, we have our attack and the marking intimidate or the red hot 4. We're going to take red hot 4 for mastery 8. Mastery 9, we have the battle bot 4, or we have the burn bot. We're going to go with the burn bot, so we're going to take that one. Mastery 10, we have guard pen, or we have increase our guard. Both of these are a weird one. Like, neither one really gives us much synergy. You could honestly take either one. For mastery 11, we have on summon death, decrease our ability, or we have red hot 5. Honestly, both of them are really good. Right, red hot 5, we need this for our burn build, but decreasing our ability cooldown, it's a must. There's never any time you don't want to reduce your ability cooldown. For mastery level 12, we have attack and increase affliction duration. Now, we're going to get to a point where you're going to have to kind of decide, like, how long are the battles you're in really going to last? Because there is going to be, like, some discrepancy between the affliction duration, where if we have an affliction duration of, like, 5-6 turns, If the battle doesn't last that long, at that point it kind of feels wasted, and it's better to just increase your attack by 300. You know, that's a lot of extra damage to increase your attack by. So like for mastery level 12, I would just be very considerate of that. See how long the battles are really lasting for you. If for mastery level 13, we have BattleBot 5, marking intimidation, and then BurnBot. We'll go with the BurnBot build, so we would take BurnBot 5. Mastery level 14, we got no option but to increase our affliction damage. Mastery level 15, we're gonna go with Red Hot 6. The other ones, we got to increase our lifesteal or increase our guard pen. Honestly, any one of these, all three of these are good, but obviously you want to take Red Hot 6 first, and then this increase our guard pen could be like a second option if you have some extra points. For our mastery 16, we're going to go with BurnBot 6 for our BurnBot build, so we would take that one.